Welcome back to Universal Journey Talk, Part 3 of Episode 6.
But in the end,
Actually, I'm reading a report about the Gimlin experiment, by the way, that Gimlin thing. You know, it was actually revealed to be proven a hoax. Okay? That year, Director Peter Byrne of the Bigfoot Information Society and the FBI itself actually opened a file and a case on it. Okay? Byrne was one of the more prominent Bigfoot researchers, and Gimlin, Benjamin Radford, deputy editor of Skeptic Inquirer magazine. In 2019, a lot of people thought the Bigfoot, was sort of a silly joke. Gimlin apparently died not too long ago, and his children did revealing that in fact was a hoax, and how he did it, and how the pranks was.
Okay, so how do you do it? So how do you do it?
Okay, let me stop right there. Let me stop you right there.
They'll tell you it's a hoax.
Hey,
Right, so
hold on.
how is it a hoax?
Let me stop you. Hold on.
This is what his own children said.
All right, guys, we'll lose.
Guys. All right, so it's kind of like it's my turn now. So look, I'm going to say this. For one thing, I did think it was actually funny, or not funny, but interesting that Eric brought up the Patterson footage, because I'm going to put a link at the end of this, video in the description. Joe Rogan, we all know Joe Rogan. He does one of the funniest skits making fun of the Patterson footage and how fake it is. Now, granted, once again, it's only perspective. It's a perspective. It's just funny. Whatever. You know, he brings a lot of things that kind of disqualifies the Patterson footage too. But here's my thing. Okay, I want to kind of. I think we all got. Wait, hold on. I think we all got the general tone of concept of how we all feel about Bigfoot. And I don't want to just talk about Bigfoot the whole time. Anyway, listen, if you said to me, do you believe that there was a Bigfoot at any point in history? I would say yes. Okay. That's my definitive answer. If you say that there's a Bigfoot right now, I would probably say no. I think we've got too much technology that would identify it. So just really quick, let's just go around the room with a quick answer like I just did. Ian, how do you feel about the Bigfoot thing?
I ultimately think, why do we avoid a thing called misidentification? Why is it with Bigfoot that's taking out of the, because 99.9% of anything that anyone's ever seen is misidentification. When they try and go into it and research it, like Eric talks about the Gimlin experiment, the footage and all of that, and it talks about they actually found a hair too, and they took that, tested out, found out that it was deer hair, and that they actually went back and researched it. Also, too, what was curious, that there was a hoax done there at the same exact spot before then. This is the FBI. And that they actually went there, and all of a sudden, that sighting of the Gimlin footage is in the exact same place. So apparently, it wasn't hoaxed once. It was hoaxed a couple times. But the first time it didn't work, and then the second time it got retried, and then they did it again. So Bigfoot decided to make its unholy appearance in the exact same place where there was a hoax in the first time.
All right, we get you.
Why is it? That's convenient.
Wait.
How about,
let's not go too crazy. Ian, Eric, you have to stop. You have to let Ian finish. But if you could just kind of give us a quick wrap up of, do you think he's real or was real or the whole thing's a hoax?
I think everything that people see has to do with a thing called misidentification. What they saw wasn't what they saw. It's not that they're liars and everyone's lying. It's just that people don't recognize what they're seeing. Okay. Sometimes they see all sorts of things. That happens to regular people all the time.
Right.
I mean, not just with Bigfoot, with anything.
Right. So basically, in your conclusion, do you think that there is a Bigfoot or probably not?
I can find the bones of the Tyrannosaurus Rex. I can't find Bigfoot's. That's some pretty incredible bones that he must have too.
Okay.
That's incredible.
All right, I think we got your answer. Heath, really quick, do you think Bigfoot ever existed? Do you think he does exist, or do you think probably not?
Well, just to say, for the most part, even what I'm saying about FBI, I don't even care about the FBI and all this stuff. People can go.
I can care less what the FBI.
Let him talk. Let him talk.
My thing is this, though. In the end, nobody's ever caught a Bigfoot. If somebody really wanted Bigfoot, they would have caught it by now, especially when you got 4,000 of them. And there's a lot of Bigfoot fans out there that go crazy. They go through all those woods and everything. So there's no bones, which I agree with Ein said. Still, like I said before, there's no bones. No one has ever, I'm not saying kill a Bigfoot, but capture him, shoot him with a dart thing, knock him out, just to show some proof. Has never happened. Probably, as far as I know, never will. So I'm going to say, in the end, with all the research of this, whatever, in the end, I'm going to say, no. There is no Bigfoot.
All right. Moving on.
We have, also with the, we have all the androids and stuff. We can see over everything. If we can see all these woods, we can see people and that. I just don't see how they can hide on every angle of the world. It's just not.
Okay.
So my point.
Okay. All right. Eric, once again, try to keep it relatively quick, but how's your general feeling?
My feeling is this. All right. For those that don't believe in like Bigfoot and stuff, I think we perceive things and have a belief by what we know. So it would make sense for people to think, well, if we can't catch it can't exist, but sometimes they also have to ask themselves. I don't know anyone who's ever caught God or angels or ghosts, necessarily. But you'll notice you can still believe in them.
Let him talk.
There's a knowing that you just know, but you know what I mean? Because I bet you the very people that think it's impossible to catch a Bigfoot, you know what I mean? Well, I'm sure it's still just as impossible if you're going to catch an angel or God, you know what I mean? And many other things. So it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. You know what I mean? It's beyond your knowledge, and there's many things that are simple that humans would think is so simple, and we haven't found out and understood why it's so hard to do something. But that's because there's nature out there, and it's in the end way smarter than you'll ever be. You know what I mean? We only rationalize with our intelligence, but there's many things that we don't even understand. We're still evolving ourselves, and for something like whether it's a Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster, there's so many things that we just don't know. You know what I mean? And in the future, it doesn't mean it's not gonna happen. Like no matter what, these sightings with Bigfoot have been talked about for thousands of years. So it's not something new. It's actually something really old. It's ancient.
All right, you said that already though, so I think we got it. So, what's that?
Ultimately. Again, that's true, Eric. And I'll give you this, Eric. If that's the case, that you're saying that this hairy beasted creature, that repiles a pile of seaweed and grass, if it is that true, and you're saying that it is so elusive and that it is likened to gods and to ghosts or whatever, Now we're not talking about Bigfoot anymore. Yeah. Now we're talking about apparitions and paranormal things. So if you want to go that route and use that to support Bigfoot, then by saying Bigfoot isn't Bigfoot, and Bigfoot, they're seeing something else like a ghost, and they're giving it the wrong misidentification name, fine. But if you want to say that beast that we're so much calling, that people say that left a footprint, by the way, that left supposedly hair samples that turned out to be a deer actually, or not even that, but to say this physical creature that we saw that is so elusive, not even a satellite can get it, but somehow everyone in the state, in our country, has seen one in every state at some point. So what are those, the chosen 50 people in the book of Revelation that only get to see him? So what I'm saying is, either if you're saying that Bigfoot is that elusive, that it is a spirit creature, well, now we're talking about something else. But it's not a Bigfoot, a hairy beast running around out there for all the world to see, but yet we can't see it. That's a paradox.
So, I think you all do some really good points, and kind of just to build off of that. Now, I just wanted to kind of take this in a little bit of a different direction. So we're talking now. What about the creatures that are apparitions and things like that? For instance, that was kind of like what I mentioned a little bit earlier, which is so now kind of like along the lines of ghosts. I want to kind of go along with that about ghosts. Now, ghosts, or what I was kind of even mentioning a little bit about possession or whatever and stuff. Just like a quick go around. Do you guys believe that there are ghosts, or what your interpretation of a ghost is? And also, to kind of just to get an idea what you guys think. I really don't believe that a ghost or a spirit or something can possess a person. And I'm going to just do a quick reason why. I feel that if you live in a certain dimension, which we live in this dimension, I feel the inhabitants of that dimension are the strongest creatures that can live and be in charge of themselves in that dimension. For instance, meaning if you went into the ghost dimension, I believe ghosts would be more powerful than you because that's where they live, in the ghost dimension. I believe if a ghost comes here, and that's why people, say they saw a ghost or had an interaction with the ghost. Most of the time in movies, ghosts are really powerful. They can throw you against the wall. They can, do all these terrible things to you. But in reality, to me, from what I've ever seen, and I looked up, I did a lot of research because for a while I was really kind of afraid of what a ghost could do to me, or a spirit or whatever that was. And now I really have almost zero. I don't give a crap about ghosts. They don't scare me at all. I'll go into any haunted place. I don't care. I'm afraid of real things in there, like if there's a bear in there, because that's physical. But anything that's like a spirit to me, I'm like, oh, yeah, I'll go see it. I'll go check it out. You can, whatever. Because to me, I feel even if they are semi-real, that they don't have the power or the ability to really affect us or take over someone's mind unless someone's really extremely, has mental issues or something like that, then maybe they could be influenced or they're on some type of drug or something like that. So anyway, I just wanted to take that off, based off of what Ian was saying. Let me jump down to, I think Heath hasn't had a chance to say anything for a while. So what do you think about that stuff?
All right, supernatural, yes. Like I said, I saw my dead grandmother in the past, whatever. So, I guess there's some kind of supernatural something out there,
Did you get that camera?
On a level as...
Did you get that camera? Hey, but guess what? But guess what? I'll say supernatural's a little different, all right? But guess what? Because guess what? In the end, I have no camera. There's nothing else, whatever. And honestly, it's a different world. But that's not an animal. I mean, it's I'm saying that's supernatural. I have no idea. I don't know if it's a ghost. I don't know if it's my grandmother coming back from the past. I don't know if it's a demon. I have no idea maybe if it's acting like this. I have no idea. That's the one thing I can say. I have no idea from what comes back from the afterlife, from angels, supernatural, if they really come to earth, not this. So maybe not. But guess what? I keep it real. I'm not saying that there's 100%, even though I saw that with my own eyes. But guess what? As far as any actual proof, I can't even tell you, was it my grandma? Was it really a demon? Was it supernatural? Was it a ghost? I have no idea. All I know is I saw something in my own eyes and was there, and it freaked me out. And I swear I've seen it, but I had no idea. I can't tell you, yes, it was a supernatural as far as it was an angel. Oh, it was my grandmother who came out to say goodbye. Maybe she did, but it scared the shit out of me. So that didn't help regardless. So in the end, whatever.
All right, so Eric, let's move over to Eric now.
Well, I know the story he's talking about because the same day that he saw that, I woke up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom and I saw a similar same thing apparition. You know what I mean? Of a lady in black and stuff. You know what I mean? But I also believe that is, even though he's seen it too, but we sleep at the foot of each other's bed. We shared a bed. You know what I mean? And we're twins. I believe that, I also believe in different dimensions as well, but also, in dream states, or astral traveling. And I believe that what me and Heath were doing, kind of like that movie,
Insidious?
Insidious? Yeah, you know how that's based off of, the theory is astral travel, that's real, That's not, forget the movie, but it'd be like Star Wars, Some of those aliens in Star Wars and people who believe in the aliens know what type of breed that is, and a race or species or whatever. But it's
Thanks for watching this segment of the full episode to be posted Sunday afternoon. Much more to be discussed in the next part, so give this video a like, leave your comments for us to reply to in future episodes, and stay notified by hitting the subscribe button.